When Lando Calrissian leads Han Solo and Princess Leia into Darth Vader's trap in The Empire Strikes Back, audiences witness one of cinema's most psychologically complex betrayals. This moment transcends simple villainy, revealing the insidious mechanisms through which authoritarian systems corrupt even fundamentally decent people. Lando's betrayal isn't born from greed or malice, but from an impossible choice that illuminates how oppressive regimes maintain power by forcing complicity from those they subjugate. Calrissian governs Cloud City as a pragmatic administrator who has carved out a precarious sanctuary in a galaxy dominated by imperial tyranny. His position represents a delicate balancing act, maintaining enough independence to protect his people while avoiding direct confrontation with overwhelming imperial power. This fragile equilibrium reflects the reality faced by countless individuals living under authoritarian rule, where survival often requires uncomfortable compromises with systems they fundamentally oppose. When Vader arrives at Cloud City, he doesn't simply demand Lando's cooperation through brute force. Instead, he employs a more sophisticated form of coercion that reveals the Empire's understanding of psychological manipulation. Vader presents Lando with a false choice, offering the illusion of agency while ensuring that every available option serves Imperial interests. This manipulation technique is characteristic of authoritarian systems, which maintain legitimacy by making subjects feel complicit in their own oppression. The genius of Lando's characterization lies in how it demonstrates that good people can be forced into morally compromising positions without losing their essential humanity. Lando's visible anguish throughout the betrayal sequence shows a man torn between competing loyalties and impossible moral calculations. He weighs the lives of his friends against the safety of Cloud City's entire population, a calculation that has no clean resolution. This internal conflict humanizes what could have been a simple plot device, transforming it into a profound meditation on moral complexity under duress. Vader's escalating demands reveal another crucial aspect of authoritarian manipulation. Initially promising that Han and Leia won't be harmed, Vader systematically breaks these agreements, demonstrating how totalitarian systems use incremental boundary violations to maintain control. Each broken promise forces Lando deeper into complicity, as backing out becomes increasingly costly, while the sunk cost of previous compromises makes continued cooperation seem rational. This escalation mirrors real-world scenarios where individuals find themselves trapped in systems of complicity through gradual normalization of unethical demands. The torture of Han Solo serves multiple purposes within this framework of coercion. On the surface, it's designed to attract Luke Skywalker through the Force, but it also functions as a psychological warfare against Lando. By forcing him to witness his friend's suffering while maintaining the pretense of cooperation, Vader demonstrates the futility of resistance while making Lando complicit in the violence. This technique of forced witnessing is a hallmark of authoritarian control, designed to break down moral resistance through repeated exposure to normalized brutality. Lando's eventual rebellion during the carbon freezing sequence represents a crucial turning point that illuminates the psychology of resistance under oppression. When he finally acts against Vader, it's not because the moral calculation has changed, but because he recognizes that cooperation will never guarantee safety. This realization that authoritarian systems cannot be appeased or reasoned with often catalyzes resistance movements, as subjects understand that their survival depends on active opposition rather than passive compliance. The aftermath of Lando's betrayal demonstrates both the personal cost of complicity and the possibility of redemption through resistance. His desperate attempt to rescue Han and subsequent commitment to the Rebel Alliance show how individuals can reclaim agency even after being forced into morally compromising positions. This arc suggests that while authoritarian systems can force temporary complicity, they cannot permanently corrupt those who retain awareness of their moral agency. The complexity of Lando's situation resonates because it reflects genuine moral dilemmas faced by people living under oppressive systems throughout history. His story acknowledges that resistance isn't always possible or practical, while simultaneously affirming that complicity doesn't necessarily indicate moral failure. This nuanced portrayal avoids the simplistic binary of collaboration versus resistance, instead exploring the gray areas where most people actually live under authoritarian rule.